Welcome back to wagertalk.com. We've got college football action as we continue to preview the weekend. We've got another game on Saturday. We've got Maryland at Texas. Hey, guys, is there a team that has gotten more hype with the offseason signing of a head coach than the Texas Longhorns this year? I know there's been some big moves this year, the Temple coach going, to Oregon and such, but this one's gotten all the ink all summer. Bryan, is it warranted with Herman coming in here that this is going to be an instant turnaround?
Well, you looked at the players that he's had in the past at Houston and Ohio State. I mean, he's gone from Ohio State as one of the best recruiting teams in the country. Houston, probably an average recruiting team. Well, now he's got Texas. And even though Texas has been down the last few years, everybody that grows up in Texas wants to play for the Texas Longhorns. So I think he's going to have a pretty good offensive team there. I think it's going to be nice. He's done very well with quarterbacks in the past, and the quarterback they had there last year just didn't live up to expectations, but he had a great pedigree coming in. So I think there are going to be some very good scores in offense for Texas this year. I think it's a good fit. And we've got a Maryland team that I've heard some people say they think they're going to be a little bit better this year. I think we're going to get probably about the same as what they've been the last few years. They haven't been very lucky. I had a lot of quarterbacks go down for them, playing 3 or 4 quarterbacks just a couple of years ago. But I think Texas is the hype is warranted here.
I'll go to you, Ralph. You look at this Maryland team, and this will be the second year under head coach Durkin. And, he took the team to a bowl game in his first season last year. So you've got to definitely consider that a success, because Maryland has not been a team that's, been relevant for a good while in college football. How much do you put emphasis on these early season games, first week, second week, where you have one team that was in a bowl game last year versus a team that missed the bowl? So the team that played in a bowl game actually got more practices, last season. They get those extra, where they get 15 practices?
Up to 15, yeah. And I'll tell you what, DJ Durkin came in and took a 3-9 team last year, and he started 7 true freshmen. That was the most in the country, tied with South Carolina. So he just said, I'm going to play my guys, we're going to bite the bullet, and yet he still got them to a bowl. Now he returns 13 starters. He has 32 players that made a start last year back on his program, so a lot of depth. But I don't like him in this spot. I'll tell you what. Herman came in, he's a Texas guy at Houston. When he came into Houston, he wanted to make a statement. What did he do? He covered 6 of his first 7 games versus FBS foes by 28.5, 28, 24, 16.5, 14.5, and 4.5. The game he didn't cover, 25-point favorite, still won by 21. Wants to make a statement, knows he has to make a statement in Texas. And the big news is Deontay Foreman's gone, a 2,000-yard rusher for Texas. But remember, guys, Chris Warren had 470 yards as a true. He's a 250-pound big back, got injured last year. He's going to pick up the pace. Herman will keep the pedal on the metal.
All right. One part I can't argue with you about Herman is he is a guy who doesn't take his foot off the gas. We saw that at Houston. But in this spot here, this first game, I think this is a good spot for Maryland to step in and hang with Texas. You got to look at new coach coming in, and I know he comes in with all the fanfare, but he's still coming in with Charlie Strong's players. That first year when you get that big name coach coming in, taking over, you still got to cook the grocery, you got to cook the meal with the former coach's groceries, quoting old Bill Parcells, his famous speech.
I knew you get a food reference in when you were talking.
Yeah, I did know he was doing that. This is a situation where I look at Texas, and in the other places that he's been at, he went to Houston. Houston was a team that could be, a bully. Texas is going to be a bully, but they're playing another decent program that's on the rise. And as you said, last year, they were so inexperienced. And that experience that they got last year, this Maryland team, and then bring those players back, have those extra practices, the hype with the added line, the fact that this line has gotten over the 17. We're looking at 18.5 now. It's just too much for me here in this game. I like Maryland. I think they sneak in under the number. Yes, Texas is going to win this game. Yes, Herman's going to be do well in Texas, but I just think this first one is just too much hype and too much of a price to carry here. I'm going to take Maryland plus the points. I've got Texas winning the game by 10 to 13 points. I'll grab the 18.5 right now is my play. And guys, if you want to save $10 this weekend, you can do it. Coupon code TD10. Just enter that when you check out. Put it in the coupon code section. It'll automatically deduct $10 off your purchase. You can use it on any package, a single daily package, a weekly package, monthly, whatever. Save $10 with coupon code TD10. We'll be back with more here at WagerTalk.com.